Now, you've mentioned about policy, governance, and intergovernmental relations, and how these are reshaping. As I've just mentioned to you, we are doing now our 10th year of devolution, and a lot of things have been happening. For most of us who've seen the rollout of devolution, just looks like yesterday. And a number of things that have taken place, some of them have been a little bit slow, but you can't blame the situation because some of these things are unprecedented. No single governance structure is similar to any other in the world. So we can say these are very unique Kenyan phenomenon. And on the policy front, I would like to give about the levels, how we've been able to metamorphose into where we are. And on the policy front, I would like to start with our vision, a long-term vision, which is called Vision 2030. This was launched way back 2008 and broken into various medium-term plans, 5 years, spanning 5 years each. And the first medium-term plan that spanned between 2008 and 2012, we had another one between 2012 and 2017, and we have one that is running now, that is 2018 to 2022. So at the lowest level, each of these medium-term plan has has milestones that touch on what the national government and the county governments under the current structure are meant to do. And if you may roll back where we began, that is 2008 and 2012, that's when the evolution began. That's the time you can say there was a clean break from the previous governance to the current governance. In the previous governance, we had the local authorities, which numbered about 175. They were not very well established. Actually, of all these 175, less than 10 were very well established. I'm talking establishment in terms of planning. Most of them had some of the very basic structure of having a town clerk, a mayor, and engineering services, public health services. But when it came to matters to do with planning, they relied heavily on the national government. So, so that clean break and unleashing of those powers to county governments was really a hit to many county governments. They lacked the capacity to, to absorb that very quick change. So that was the initial challenge. And most of the governments, what we call the county governments, 47 of them, had the challenge of grappling, first of all, in how to accommodate the devolved functions, which were massive, which were coming from the center to them. So it took quite a while because those challenges were unprecedented. And during the medium-term plan of that's 2012 to 2013, that's the time now, most of them now, you can say they started now going through the baby steps, the crawling, the institution building, the capacity building, creating channel of more engagement with their communities. And some of the milestones that was scored during that time were being referred to the statute that had come to guide the entrenchment of the governance at the county level. That's the County Government Act. And within this act, there's a specific section that is dedicated to guiding county governments on how to develop their local plans at the county level. That is the county spatial plan. Then you also have the county sectoral plans. And then we have what we call the county integrated development plans that now puts those two together so that what translates from the spatial aspect is well funded and given that focus on every sector to be appropriately funded. It was such a big challenge because, yes, there were funds that were being channeled from the center, but these policies were lacking. So it was a little bit shaky. So the issues of modalities of revenue sharing between the center and the devolved units, that has been quite a push and pull debate. And one of the very key, or some of the very key policies were rolled out during this time. And a good example is the National Spatial Plan at the national level. because the counties needed, much as they were doing their local plans, they needed guidance at the national level. So this was launched way back in 2015 because the 47 counties, as they were grappling with preparing theirs, they needed something to guide them at the national level. So most of the county spatial plans began at that point, and things continued shaping. And by the time it was coming to an end, that is 2017, we had another election cycle that brought in now another crop of leadership. That's where we are right now. So I can say, in terms of policy, in terms of governance, it had been quite turbulent, but now it is a little bit more stable. 10 years having seen, the the push and pull of what needs to be done, discovery of new territories in terms of engagement with the communities, policy issues, and so on and so forth. So we have reached a point where things are getting much more stable.